Kim Davis, the Kentucky County Clerk who has refused to issue marriage licenses to same-sex couples despite a court order requiring her to do the same, was taken into custody today after a judge found Ms. Davis in contempt of court. The judge said Ms. Davis will be released if and when she agrees to resume issuing marriage licenses. Now, for those who have been following this story, you know Ms. Davis, her situation has raised a few important questions regarding religion and the law. Kim Davis feels the Supreme Court ruling goes against her religious beliefs, arguing that she answers to only one authority, God, and that as a result she is precluded from issuing marriage licenses to same-sex couples. Well, now she's in jail, you know, and the question becomes, what is the right way to go here? Presidential hopeful Mike Huckabee, who has been very outspoken about religious freedom in America, posted a tweet in support of Kim Davis this morning. That tweet read, "Kim Davis in federal custody removes all doubts about the criminalization of Christianity in this country. We must defend #religious liberty." Huckabee went on to claim that Davis is following the laws of the state of Kentucky, which prohibited gay marriage prior to the Supreme Court's ruling striking down that law. So the question remains, should Kim Davis be in jail right now? I'm going to answer my own question first, because I have a lot of sympathy for Kim Davis. I think she's sincere in her religious beliefs. I think she's got a conflict, and I would recommend she resolve that conflict in a different way than she's been doing it. I have a real problem with Mike Huckabee, a man who wants to be president of the United States and is demagoguing to the point where he stands before the nation today and he pretends there's no such thing in the Constitution as the Supremacy Clause. Yes, Kentucky did have a law that barred same-sex marriage, but Governor Huckabee, having run a state, are you unaware of the fact that when the Supreme Court strikes down that law as being unconstitutional, the Supremacy Clause of the Constitution, which you claim to believe in to the letter, prohibits the state from continuing it? That's my rant, Joe. What do you have to say?
I love it when you know that all these people are watching this show like Huckabee and you talk right at it. Yeah. You sound like Dirty Harry
I can't stand a demagogue, and what he's doing is just shameful.
I think folks at home are confused by this issue because they see somebody saying, I have these religious beliefs and that should supersede anything that goes on in my workplace. I had these beliefs before I took this job, and now suddenly I have to conform to what I'm being told, what is against every fiber of my being. So I understand. I'm like you.
And the answer is yes, because the Constitution says so.
Well, the Bible says another thing.
No, actually, the Bible doesn't say another thing. Do you know that the Bible specifically advises people to follow the laws of the land?
Exactly. So listen, I actually was a notary public for 2 summers in college where I sold and certified marriage licenses. And I can tell you that if I used my own personal judgment, half of those people wouldn't have gotten one. After having this job, I'm surprised the divorce rate isn't higher. These are people who didn't know each other's middle names, each other's birthdays, flirted with me. I mean, it was a complete circus.
Wait, while they're going to get the marriage license, they're actually flirting with you at the same time?
Oh yeah, she'd be filling it out.
Those
and be
are
like,
people ready to get married.
Oh, really? Absolutely.
She was being Kim Davis married 4 times.
It was my...
Yeah, but I don't hold that against her. You know, that's irrelevant.
But let me finish my point. Let me finish my point. It was my duty as a public official, as a notary public, to grant these people whatever I thought about their union, their marriage license. Kim Davis has been married 4 times. If she went to a county where the person behind the counter was an Orthodox Catholic, would she be very happy when that person said, I don't believe in multiple marriages, you can only have one, I'm sorry about the other 3? If you're Muslim, do you think it's a very good idea to go and work for the liquor licensing department and not give out liquor licenses?
And by the way, what if that person goes into the county clerk's office asking for a gun license?
Right. Or what if
and
your
that
religion...
clerk says, no, the 10 Commandments say thou shalt not kill. I'm sorry, I can't give you a gun license.
Or what if
you're going to feel the same way?
What if your religion tells you, compels you to be polygamous? Would that person behind the counter, if that person's polygamous, say, I'm going to just keep giving out marriage licenses as many times as this person
you
walks
want in on this before
you can't do that.
There's so many analogies here. I mean, you could take the Bible by firm context and say, if I want to stone a gay man, would you be allowed to do that? There's so many different details of the Bible that I think that Christian conservatives right now are hand-selecting them and using them against the law of the land right now.
Not all Christian conservatives.
No, I mean, but
Kim Davis and her supporters.
This isn't done out of anything malicious, though, I don't think.
No, I don't
she's
think
not doing
I'm
it because
not saying that
she's
it's malicious,
a
but I'm saying
homophobe.
that-
She's doing it because this is what she believes.
But there are lots of things. I mean, I'm actually of the same religion she is, and there are a lot of things in my religion that conflict with her way of life as well. And I think that you just brought up a bunch of those analogies. You know, the question here is, at what point is your religious right impeding on the human rights and the constitutional rights of others?
At the end of the day, I don't want to see this woman in jail. I think she needs to realize she's got a conflict, and you resolve the conflict either by doing
quitting.
your job or quitting.
Right.
Work for the
Now,
federal
all
government.
that said, she will be a martyr, and
Yes, she
her
will.
popularity will only grow
Yes,
with
it
the
will.
people that think
She'll have
she's
a reality
right.
show.
Okay,
show.
do you think, oh wait, this is me. Do you think Kim Davis should be in jail? Let us know at newsmaxtv.com/comments. Coming up next, we're going to read some of your viewer comments. Stay with us.